Says we are live.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. First, I'm going to start with the Open Publics Meeting Act notice. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Sunshine Law, annual notice having been published on or about July 1st, 2025, in 2 local newspapers with a copy on file with the board secretary and a copy to be posted to the TCCS website. This meeting is being called to order at
7:02.
7:02. We start with our mission statement. Just to know why we're all here and what our focus is. So the TCCS mission statement, it is the mission of TCCS to provide a nurturing environment in which students realize their full intellectual potential and become self-directed learners who make both pragmatic and creative use of basic skills and who understand and appreciate the cultural diversity of our society. The faculty, staff, parents, extended family, and other members of the Child's Support Network are committed to creating and operating a student-centered learning community which promotes and supports a child's natural curiosity and enthusiasm for acquiring knowledge. This learning community will follow a living curriculum, an experiential interdisciplinary study that encompasses literacy, critical thinking, and responsible social interaction while empowering each child to demonstrate his or her unique interests and abilities. Okay, so 7:02. Okay, do I have to get a motion to call? No, sorry. Approval of minutes. Can I get a motion? Someone to Second? Harry. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Before Mr. Adam goes, I just wanted to say something really quick. I just wanted to thank everybody for what has been happening in this building for the past couple of months. It's amazing to sit on the curriculum committee. It's amazing to hear about spelling bees. It's amazing to hear about choral collaborations within the town. It's amazing to celebrate Muslim heritage. The teachers, the community around our students is such a blessing. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you for everybody who's working so hard to create such a nice environment for our kids. The state of the world right now is crazy, but here at TCCS, we're in a nice little bubble celebrating one another, and I hope that continues. So I just want to thank everybody for all their hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You're up, Mr. Adam.
Okay, we're going to bring up Mr. Adam to review our middle of the year math data.
Hello.
Hi.
So we'll show the beginning of the year and the middle of the year diagnostic results for high writing. On the beginning of the year, they took it in September. The middle of the year diagnostic was taken between middle of December and end of January. When you look at it, the yellow is 1 grade level below the lime, how was that? Early on grade level, dark green is mid or above. The brownish is 3 or more grade levels below, and the red is 2 or more below. So we have the BOY is beginning of the year, then middle of the year. So this is the school-wide placement of all grade levels. And then we'll go through the different grades. This is kindergarten. And first grade. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask. Second grade. Third grade. Fourth grade. Fifth grade. Sixth grade. And then when we get up to 7th and 8th grade, classes are broken up to 7th, 8th grade algebra and geometry, but when they take the diagnostic, it's all just a 7th grade diagnostic and an 8th grade diagnostic. 7th grade. And 8th grade. One thing we've seen a big improvement on this year is our upper school numbers. As Torres and I have talked, it could be just teachers getting used to charter school, new curriculum. So that's been great to see. Here's some highlights from the data. So 28% of students are performing above above grade level. That's an increase from 13%. Only 5% of students are 2 or more grade levels below, down from 16%. 29% of students have already met their typical growth goals for the year. 15% of students have already met their stretch growth goals for the year. And on average, students are 62% on progress towards their individual growth goals school-wide. And then just some areas of growth that we saw based on the data is to increase the academic growth for students performing at or above grade level, because we have seen a lot of improvements, with students that are struggling, but we want to see, growth in those high achievers too. Introduction to foundational geometry concepts earlier and lower grades. So when you look through the 4 main domains that they're tested on, that seems to be the theme for K to 4 is that one main domain, geometry, is a little lower than, because most our curriculum, geometry is introduced in the spring per grade level. So we're thinking about maybe just reviewing that a little bit earlier in the year. Target instruction on grade level domains where students demonstrate the greatest need. And like I said, K to 4, it's mostly geometry. And then just ensure consistent, effective use of iReady across all grade levels and classrooms.
That's great data.
Thank you.
Thank you for making the comparisons to the beginning of
I
the
know,
year.
I had another chart, but then you saw it and you wanted to
Yeah,
change
no,
it.
it looks good.
The pie charts are just.
And thank you also to everybody in the math department. I think this is the best data we've seen in a while, so that's really good.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is definitely a good way to see that we're trending in the right direction. So thank you, Mr. Adam. Appreciate you presenting the day after Super Bowl as well. It's a labor of love. Yes.
It's amazing. It should always be that way.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Adam.
Good job. Thank you, Adam. Okay, so I'm going to move right into the director's report, if that's okay. I only have 2 very brief updates. The first of those being our enrollment update. We are currently at full enrollment with no signs of that changing anytime soon. New applications are still being processed when it comes to the lottery. Stephanie's working closely with the district to make sure that all the paperwork is in order, and that's moving along nicely. And we'll have a better idea in March if anybody is behind on that. But otherwise, it's moving along well. Facility update: things are going well. We had our first really big snowstorm of the year, or first that we've had in several years, actually. The landscaping company did a nice job clearing the snow. We actually ended up paying a little bit more to have it hauled away because it was so cold and it wouldn't melt. So we needed to free up a little bit more space. So that worked out. We did have one issue where there was some damage to the cargo doors in the back during the snow plowing. So Tom has been working with the company to ensure that they are going to be covering those expenses. We have a couple of feelers out for different contractors who can fix that for us. So that's going to be taken care of as well. But otherwise, all the other projects that we've been working on, we're exactly where we want to be, and things are going well. Okay, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Torres to talk a little bit about some of our recent and upcoming events.
So I'm going to mix a little bit of events and student highlights together. First, I would like to say it was great seeing some of the parents last week at parent-teacher conferences. I appreciate everybody with their quick turnaround and feedback of the little bit of the changes that we had. I want to thank the staff for all of their hard work, and TCSO for providing dinner for our staff, which was really good. So thank you, TCSO. We had our staff spelling bee last week. Thank you to Ms. Juliana for coordinating that, and to the staff that participated and volunteered. Congratulations to Mr. Cairo for winning the spelling bee. The student spelling bee will be this Wednesday at 1 p.m. We also have our first Black History Month event this Wednesday morning. Ms. Ethel Calhoun will perform and teach West African dance to our students during the day. It is also our 100th day of school, so we have an 80s theme, so it's going to be a very interesting, fun day on Wednesday. So staff and students, please come in your 80s theme. Our evening Black History Month event will take place after break on February 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. The theme is HBCUs, which is historically Black colleges and universities. kind of like a homecoming theme. There's going to be soul food, contest performances, art, and more. I would like to thank the parents that are in the committee helping organize this event and Ms. Mendoza. For student recognitions, on January 22nd, we had Teaneck High School, our winter choral event with many of our students. I want to thank Mr. Kaido for coordinating that, our amazing choir students, and the parent volunteers, and Ms. Randall for including us in this event. Mr. Kaido, can you add some more? I think we have a little clip.
Yeah, so if we can play, I just made a little like video highlight reel, if we can play that.
Hopefully it works.
Can everyone see? Oh. Our previous student.
Yeah. Yeah, so the event's wonderful. This is our third year going. It really aligns with the district goal this year of creating inter-district connections. Ms. Rondale was wonderful. All of the parents that were there, we had 8 or 9 parent volunteers. Ms. Anders came, the parent volunteers helped serve lunch. That was a new thing this year, that we actually had a lunch with all of the schools, TJBF and the high school. And just thank you to Ms. Mondale and the Teaneck High School administration for hosting the event. We have a lot of fun, and I want to let you two, because you're the two here, do you want to say anything about the event?
Okay. Well, the event is very inspiring. It really makes me want to continue to going to these events and doing choir. And I also made some friends there that weren't from my school, because we do this little activity where we had to go to different people and ask them questions, which was nice. And when we all worked on one song together in one group, it just made me feel a part of the community.
Yeah, it was very a bonding experience for sure, but it was also helpful. The high school, they made a list of what they called glow and grow. A glow being something that we did well, and a grow being something we can improve on. And of all these days of just hearing Mr. Kaido's feedback, it's also nice to get other opinions on it and show showcase, because we worked on that song for a while, and it was very good to perform.
Very good event, and to have, again, the parental support of all of the parent volunteers that came that day, and just be involved in the community is a really fun experience. And so we just wanted to highlight it.
And it was hard because they had to go to the school, so trying to figure out transportation and all of that.
Yeah, especially, yes, thank you to the parents for the
Mhm.
drop off at Teaneck High School, because they get confused and they're like, we have some parents that know it because they have kids there. We have some parents that do not, so it's a good opportunity for them to learn where you drop your kid off at Teaneck
Yeah.
High School.
And just behind the scenes on the parent chats, like that definitely becomes a thing, right? Like we're all talking to each other about how they're getting there. So you are not only doing things with the community you see, there is a behind the scenes parent community as well. So thank you, Mr. Keitel, for all your hard work with that. We appreciate it.
And along with more highlights, on January 31st, we hosted 14 schools for Quiz Bowl tournament. We had the A team place 12th, Team B 28th, and Team C 29. And we had 5 teams from Middlesex, Connecticut, Heritage from Livingston, New Jersey, and Jersey City qualified for nationals. Sammy broke over 2,000 all-time points.
Wow.
So congratulations to those students. So exciting. And again, thank you to everyone who came to the past 2 pre-builds. For SpongeBob, that's also another great community event. And I know the weather this weekend was very cold. So I really, really appreciate everybody who came to support on the pre-build. So hands for all of the volunteers. And then really quick, I wanted to recognize Milan. I invited her today, but she couldn't make it. Milan is a student. Her name is Milan Hassi. I'm not sure if many of you know who she is. Milan participated in the Colgate Women's Games this past weekend. Instead of representing their track clubs, they asked them to represent the school. So her mom sent me a clip of, so we're going to play it for you. She got to meet Olympic runner Sha'Carri Richardson and Melissa Jefferson. She came in first place in the 55-millimeter race for middle schools, and she also PR'd in her high jump at 5'3" a few weeks ago, making her the #1 in the nation for high jumps for 13-year-olds.
Oh, that's awesome.
So here's a little clip. Yeah. Very congratulations, Milana. I told them to hear tonight so that they couldn't come. They would hear us shout her out. So congratulations. We're very proud of you. And then last but not least, just wanted to kind of just talk and thank our basketball teams and our cheerleaders. The girls have a game today at 7:45. So after here, if we have time, we're going to hope to go support them. And that's it for my announcements.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Okay.
For me, sorry. Okay, committee updates. So we could start with governance.
Yes, so we did meet last week. We talked about updating the field trip policy, which we will talk about later. We did talk about having a first review of the bylaws, which we want to do annually now, and
Surveys.
oh, surveys, right,
Yes.
thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
I read the notes.
And then we also talked about the parent, teacher, and student surveys, and just looking at the questions and getting them ready for this year, and looking at the schedule and what the schedule should look like for those. And that was it.
Yeah, we reviewed also the timeline. We
Yeah.
made some adjustments onto the timeline for the board. Thank you, Ms. Carter. And we also met in finance.
So finance, we went over a couple things. One is, the last meeting I mentioned that one of the findings out of the audit was that they have recommended the use of an asset inventory service. So that's something that Tom has been working on. And so we're discussing that agreement today. We're expecting that to be a total of $2,400. So what will happen is that they will eventually come and tag particular equipment and items in the school, and that will serve as part of meeting that services agreement. That's going to come up later, I believe, in our vote tonight. with Interstate Waste Services and continuing the agreement with them. We also touched on an upgrade that's going to be happening to the fire alarms. So that, I don't remember the timelines on for that, but that should be happening soon, right?
True.
Yes, it's going to be 3 warrants for the kindergarten classrooms.
And when, did you say when?
You'll have to schedule yet.
Okay.
Now they're gonna really hear it.
Sorry. Yeah. So that's a good upgrade. Okay. And then the other thing we touched on a little bit also was just reviewing the budget, a couple of updates with finances, in particular with additional, like, I sort of think of it as a supplemental funding coming through the state. So that's going to support the fire alarm upgrade, I believe the front door project, as well as we also touched on this last time, for the windows, the privacy on the screens, and the shatterproof film. So that funding that we discussed tonight is going to go towards supporting those expenses. And last but not least, we also brought up that discussion of essentially bringing in a third-party service for project management for really large projects for the school. And so that's something that we'll explore further, like probably the next couple months with finance and facilities.
Yeah, so a lot of the projects that we've had in the past have resulted in a couple of years down the line finding out something we needed to do at that time. And we thank Tom. He does a lot, and Mr. Gallo on overseeing these projects. But we're going to kind of explore possibly having a project manager come in that oversees our architecture firm and just make sure everything's together. So that's something that we're going to bring to finance and facilities. We're going to get some quotes. We're going to determine some companies, and then we'll determine if we're going to proceed with them or not. So we're not finalizing it yet, but we're just starting to explore that. And did we present on curriculum? That
We did it before.
Yeah.
we did it last month? Okay, I wasn't here. Okay. And we haven't met communications, and that's it. So those are all the updates. So now you can go into the first reading of the field trips.
Okay. So, we made changes, oh, there it is, it's okay. So I'm just gonna read the sections where we made changes. So, it's really revolving around, where parents may contribute to, field trips. So the board may authorize field trips for which all or part of the costs are borne by students' parents or legal guardians. The board may also authorize field trips for which costs are borne entirely by the board. For trips that are all or part of the costs are borne by students, parents, or legal guardians. No student in a special education class or a student that is unable to pay the costs associated shall be prohibited from attending the field trip. The board shall assume the cost of curricular field trips. No regularly enrolled student shall be charged a fee for participation in field trips that are part of the district's curriculum guides. Extracurricular, enrichment, overnight, and international trips are voluntary, and all or part of the cost shall be borne by the students participating in the trip or by the board in its discretion. And that was it.
Everything else remains the same.
Everything else is the same.
So we'll do the second reading and then we'll approve it hopefully next board meeting.
Great.
Any questions on the field trip? Thank you, Keisha. We're looking to schedule a board retreat for April. One of the topics we were going to discuss is contracts and maybe the shifting of a board, right? Because we're going to have 3 open seats at the end of the year if anyone's interested in running for the board. So we'll explore that as we get a little bit closer. And now it's time for resolutions.
Okay, so there's 12 resolutions tonight. We've got the budget summary, which are all the bills that we've paid since last meeting. We've got the SBA financial reports for December of last year. We've got the revised budget that was reviewed with the Finance Committee, which just shows our updated figures for this year, which we spoke about briefly at the last meeting. We've got the MOA with local law enforcement, in which every year I have to meet with the chief of police or the deputy chief of police in this case, and just review the standard response to various different things that impact the school when it comes to law enforcement, to ensure that there's clear cooperation and understanding about roles. That meeting took place last week, so we need to just sign off on that, and I can send the forms to the Department of Ed, and they send it to the prosecutor's office. We've got a couple additional field trips for the school year. We've got the summer camps that we're looking to approve for this year. Those proposals have been put in. We've got a number of personnel appointments for summer programs relating to the extended school year, summer academic improvement program, and the child study team. We've got the semi waiver, which we apply for every year because our figures allow us to do so. It's actually cost effective given the amount of work that goes into it. We've got the waste services agreement where we are looking to renew our contract with our current provider, but they have updated the price to be a little bit more affordable based on our need. We've got the asset and inventory services agreement, which was spoken about through finance, where this is something that we have to do as a result of the audit that was approved earlier this year, where every single item that the school owns that is in value of $2,000 or more will be tagged and recorded for our inventory. An outside firm is going to do that. And then we've got the fire alarm upgrade agreement to add the bells and horns in the kindergarten classrooms to ensure that they can hear when we've got fire emergencies. And then finally, we have a closed session where we'll be discussing legal items with our board attorney. And that is it.
Okay, any public comment regarding resolutions? Any public comment in general?
I have just a quick comment.
Yeah.
Ms. Torres had mentioned that event on February that TCCEA, the Teaneck Community Charter Education Association, I don't know how you guys to spell it out. is,
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Is sponsoring that Black History Month event.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm trying to multitask because we don't currently have a secretary, so I'm kind of keeping it general. So I apologize that I'm not looking at you as you're talking. Yeah, we're looking forward to that event. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else have public comment? Yeah, go ahead, Ed.
I just want to say, you guys didn't bring this up. If any of you were wondering, the event where we had one of the actors who was originally.
Oh yeah, how did we forget that?
That
All
was a
right.
success.
Yeah, do you want to share?
Sure.
Okay.
So Robert Taylor Jr., he was in the ensemble. He came to TCCS and he did a workshop with us, which I think was very helpful. He helped us develop our characters. He watched some of our performances of stuff we had already done, and yeah, it was very fun.
It was fun. And his activities were hysterical. Watching you guys do that like slow move thing, that was so funny.
Yeah, that was a great event. I agree. I also want to thank the VPAs for opening it up to the whole community.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for the kids who were involved in the play. So we had a nice group there. It was definitely a lot of kids and parents who were watching. So it was great.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just said I really enjoyed seeing the younger children, like just sort of copying a lot of what the older kids were doing. And I just really enjoyed that element just because they were so engaged. So I just wanted to share that as well.
That was fun. Sorry. Okay. Any other public comment? Yeah.
What was the feedback about the new model with the parent-teacher conversation with the staff?
Mm.
Is it good?
Honestly, yes. I don't hear anything negative. I had some parents who came who said they liked the team meetings because they were able to see everybody at one time. And then I had some from the staff that also felt supported when they were having some conferences that they had someone, like, for example, some of the specials in the conferences with them. So far I heard positive feedback.
Yeah, that was all kind of informal feedback. We are going to include it in the survey this year so that we can really, get solid feedback from a larger portion of the community. But yeah, everything that we've heard informally has been really good.
Awesome. Sorry. Okay. All right. Any other public comment? Going once, going twice. All right. Okay. So resolution 2602-01 budget summary. Be it resolved that the budget summary for January 13, 2026 to February 9, 2026, total amount $553,916.37 be approved. Moved by Vallejo Jesse moves. Second. Harry seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, let's see if I can do this. Bahari,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Lazoo.
Yes.
Vallejo Justy.
Yes.
Hannah, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-02, SBA financial reports for December 2025. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the SBA financial reports for December 2025. Moved by Vallejo Justy, moves. Second. Carter seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is going to be hard for me. Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo? Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-03, revised 2025-2026 budget summary. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the revised 2025-2026 budget. Moved by Vallejo Justy, moves. Second. Carter seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-04, MOA with the local law enforcement. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the submission of the annual memorandum of agreement between education and local law enforcement officials. Moved by Lazoo, moves. Carter seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo? Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-05, field trips. Be it resolved that the board approve the following field trips for the 2025-2026 school year. The Mayo Performing Arts for 7/8 and Newark Museum for 5/6. Moved by Carter, moves. Second. Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-06, summer camps for 2026. Wow. Be it resolved that the board approve the renewal of Jeffrey Keitel as camp coordinator at a stipend of $1,500 and approve the following camps for the summer of 2026.
26. Yeah, I could do it right on here.
Provided that they obtain the minimum paid enrollment to cover all expenses at no cost to the district. All hourly pay rates will be $40 an hour for regular staff and $16 for paid interns. Moved by, oh, sorry, I'll give you a second to look. Moved by,
Yeah. Me.
Bahari moves. Second.
Carter.
Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Lazoo,
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Welcome back, Mr. Keitel. Resolution 2602-07, personnel appointments, ESY, SAI, and CST, extended school year, summer academic enrichment, and child study team.
They're in there.
Let's do it off the top of my head. This is everybody's positions. I'll give you a second to look. Moved by
Carter.
Carter, moves. Second. Vallejo Justy seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-08, the 2602-08, semi-waiver. Whereas in accordance with the NJAC 6A 23A53, schools may choose to waive special education Medicaid initiative participation if they qualify to waive this program. And whereas Teaneck Community Charter School does meet the qualifications to waive this program, and the board must approve this waiver. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the board approve the semi-waiver. Moved by
Carter.
Carter, moves. Second.
Lazoo.
Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy? Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-09, waste services agreement. Be it resolved that the TCCS board approve the attached agreement with Interstate Waste Services to provide waste services. Moved by Vallejo Justy, moves. Second.
Lazoo.
Lazoo seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-10, Asset Inventory Services Agreement. Be it resolved that the TCCS Board approve the attached agreement with Acclaim Inventory LLC to provide the asset inventory services. Moved by Vallejo Justy, moves. Second.
Yeah.
Bahari seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazu?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-11, fire alarm upgrade agreement. Be it resolved that the TCCS board approve the attached agreement with Open Systems Integrators to perform fire alarm upgrades, additional horn strobe installation. Moved by Carter moves, second. Valeo Justy seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
I have one, just that making sure if you have little, like the littles that are sensitive to these big old sounds going off, that we have some type of visual or something, or any kid who has sensory issues. That's all.
Grab your-
Super.
At one point, I thought all three were going in one room. I was like, wait a second. But that was clarified. Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay. Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Lazu?
Yes.
Valeo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2602-12, closed session. Be it resolved that the TCCS board go into closed session on February 9th, 2026 to discuss legal matters. Moved by Carter moves, second. Lazu seconds. We are going into closed session at 7:38 p.m. There will be no decisions made when we come out of closed session. Thank you all for coming.
Everyone wants to go into closed session, right? And make sure they all vote.
Oh, sorry. All in favor?
Perfect.
Any opposed? Okay.
That's good.
7:38. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Celicia.